Welcome to the sixth video in CID's series on emergency preparedness for people with disabilities. The Center for Independence of Individuals with Disabilities is a nonprofit agency run by and for people with disabilities in order to help individuals be more independent so they can have more control over their own lives. We serve San Mateo County, but we are one of 28 centers for independent living around California. As a center run by and for people with disabilities, we are experienced in supporting ourselves and our consumers to be prepared in case of emergencies. Many of us have experienced these types of emergencies ourselves, from wildfires to public safety power shutoffs to the current pandemic. That's why CID created this video series called Emergency Preparedness for People with Disabilities. This is the sixth of a series of 7 videos where we will be addressing some of the most commonly raised questions and concerns around emergency preparedness for people with disabilities. In this video, we will focus on fires and earthquakes. Home fires are one of the most common and preventable disasters that impact our communities. According to the American Red Cross, on average, 7 people die every day from a home fire, most impacting children and older adults. 36 people suffer injuries as a result of home fires every day, and over $7 billion in property damage occurs every year. On the left of the slide, there's a stylized icon of a home fire. Here are some steps to take in a fire emergency. To evacuate from a fire, remember to stay low and go. Smoke rises and the air is cleaner closer to the floor. Close doors between you and the fire. If a door is closed, feel it with the back of your hand before opening it. The door is warm, do not go through it. Try to get out as quickly as possible and do not go back in for anything. As soon as you're able, call 911. Once outside, go to your outside assembly area. If you cannot get out, stay calm and try to find a room as far as possible away from the fire. Shut the doors between you and the fire. This will slow the fire down for up to an hour. Put clothes and towels under the door and any gaps to stop the smoke from entering. Hang a cloth out of the window to signal for help. Call 911 if possible. On the right side of the slide, there are 2 pictures. The first is of firefighters putting out a house fire, and the second is of 3 children practicing an evacuation by staying low and feeling the door with the back of their hands. How to defend against home fires. Home fires are not only common here in California, but nationwide they're the most common emergency situation. On average, 1.6 million home fires occur every year. The most effective defense against home fires are smoke detectors and fire extinguishers. Keep a fire extinguisher on every level of your home and have a smoke detector in each bedroom. Check the smoke detectors every 6 months and replace them every 10 years. A good tip is to remember to check them during daylight savings when you adjust the clocks. Replace fire extinguishers as needed. They have dials on the top that indicate whether they are still in working condition. The American Red Cross has a home fire safety campaign which provides community education and resources to keep homes and communities safe. A link to their webpage will be posted in the video description. On the right, there's a picture of a man using a fire extinguisher to put out a pan fire on the kitchen stove. California wildfires. Wildfires are increasing in California in record-breaking numbers. They are burning more acres and burning longer each year, impacting more and more communities. CAL FIRE's Ready, Set, Go campaign provides 3 key tips to prepare for wildfires. Be ready by creating and maintaining a defensible space and harden your home against flying embers. Get set by preparing your family and home ahead of time for the possibility of needing to evacuate. Ensure that you have an evacuation plan. Arrange for an alternate place to shelter. Ask to stay with your support network or find hotels or campsites that are out of the area. Also prepare by learning about your local community's response plan. Be ready to go. When wildfire strikes, go early for your safety. Implement your evacuation plan to give you and your family the best chance of surviving a wildfire. The link to CAL FIRE's campaign will be posted in the video description. There's a graphic of a car with the text, "Wildfire is coming. Plan, prepare, stay aware." What should you do during an earthquake? For San Mateo County, we all know the next big earthquake is not a matter of if, but when. Now is the time to create your family communications plan, compile your emergency kit, sign up to receive critical information, and practice the drop, cover, and hold method recommended by the Earthquake Country Alliance. Information from this section is from San Mateo County Health's Be Earthquake Safe and the Earthquake Country Alliance. Links to both organizations will be posted in the video description. Drop, cover, and hold on. Taking the proper actions, such as drop, cover, and hold on, can save lives and reduce the risk of injury. Everyone should learn and practice what to do during an earthquake, whether at home, work, school, or traveling. It is important to immediately protect yourself after the first jolt. Act quickly and do not wait for the shaking to get worse. Drop where you are onto your hands and knees. This position protects you from being knocked down and also allows you to stay low and crawl to shelter nearby. If you are using a wheelchair or walker with a seat, make sure your wheels are locked and remain seated until the shaking stops. Cover your head and neck with one arm and hand. If a sturdy table or desk is nearby, crawl underneath it for shelter. If no shelter is nearby, crawl to an interior wall away from the windows. Stay on your knees and bend over to protect your vital organs. Hold on until the shaking stops. If you are under shelter, hold onto your shelter with one hand. Be ready to move with it if it shifts. If you are not under shelter, hold on to your neck and head with both arms and hands. The images on the screen are of different examples of drop, cover, and hold. There are images of an individual with a walker and another with a wheelchair using lock, cover, and hold. Things to remember. If you are inside, drop, cover, and hold on. Avoid exterior walls, windows, hanging objects, mirrors, tall furniture, large appliances, and kitchen cabinets with heavy objects or glass. However, do not try to move more than 5 to 7 feet before getting on the ground. Do not go outside during shaking. The area near the exterior walls of a building is the most dangerous place to be. Windows, facades, and architectural details are often the first parts of the building to break away. If you're seated and unable to drop to the floor, bend forward, cover your head with your arms, and hold on to your neck with both hands. If you're outside, move to a clear area if you can safely do so. Avoid power lines, trees, signs, buildings, vehicles, and other hazards. Then, drop, cover, and hold on. This protects you from any objects that may be thrown from the side, even if nothing is directly above you. Go to your assembly area once the shaking stops. What to do after an earthquake? Here are some steps to take after an earthquake. Be prepared for aftershocks within the first hours, days, weeks, and even months after the quake. Although smaller than the main shock, aftershocks can cause additional damage and may collapse already weakened structures. Family members should help injured or trapped persons, giving first aid when appropriate. Do not move seriously injured persons unless they are in immediate danger of further injury. Call for help only to report a life-threatening condition. The phone lines need to remain available for true emergency calls. Stay tuned to local radio for the latest emergency information. Stay out of damaged buildings and return home only if authorities say it is safe. Leave the area if you smell gas or fumes from other chemicals. and contact 911. Connect with your out-of-area contact to notify them of your health and status. If able, head to your assembly area. The image on the right is of a man administering first aid to a woman. We hope that this video was helpful and answered some of your questions around emergency preparedness for people with disabilities. We know that everyone's experience is unique, and one video cannot answer all questions. Please click to check out the other videos in this series. Additionally, if you need any support with emergency preparedness, please visit our website at www.cidsanmateo.org/CID prepared. We have resources, including a virtual, individualized emergency planning tool, as well as starter emergency kits available at no cost to residents of San Mateo County who are individuals with disabilities or older adults. Our team is here to answer your questions and provide support. We would also like to express our deepest gratitude to Teresa Smith with San Mateo County and Mark Zuckerman with the American Red Cross for their guidance and partnership in developing CID's emergency preparedness trainings and the development of the content of this video.